Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Just heading to the post office. I'm near the airport, as you can hear. And if you look right ahead of me, does that give anybody else Final Destination vibes, or is it just me? Yeah, all right. So I'm heading to the post office. I sold an African carved wooden mask covered in beads. Very, very pretty. I think I paid $7 for it, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. So I sold it this past week. It was for $70, $69. I sold 2 coffee mugs for, I don't even know how much they sold for, $20, $25, I don't know, something like that. And then I sold one of the collectible gas station glasses I never thought would sell. I sold one of those for $18, which paid for all 7 I think I bought, so it was very good. So I sold those things. They have to be out by the 22nd in the mail. Today is the 20th, but I have recurrent until 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm not sure if I can actually get them out to the post office. So I'm on the way now before I head off to recurrent. I'm a little anxious. I have a little I wouldn't call it nausea, but that little anxiety, those butterflies in my belly right now. So I've had a little bite to eat, but I'm still very anxious. I know what I have to do. I know what I have to say. I just get very anxious, particularly about the drills, the emergency drills. I tried taking some of the practice quizzes that are on the website, but I can't actually open them. I couldn't actually figure out how to open them. I see that I took them, the practice quizzes on the 2021 and then 2022, but the only button I could see that possibly would allow me to do them again said re-register, and honestly that struck me with fear, and that if I clicked it, would that re-register me for all of my recurrent stuff? Would all of my online work be negated? So I didn't do the practice quizzes, but I know my fam and I know my job, so I'm trying to convince myself not to be terrified right now. All right, so I'm gonna pop into the post office now. I will see you next, probably at the training center. All right, see you soon. All right, guys, I don't know why I am so anxious. My stomach is doing backflips. I am so anxious. I've passed 5 recurrents. I've never come close to failing, but for some reason, I'm more anxious today than I think I've ever been. I can't believe it. But I'm sitting here in the car. I've been here for about a half hour going over my fam here. I've been going back over all of my drills, my door drills, like when do I have to look out the window? When do I have to ask permission to open the door? And so I think I have it all. I think I have it all down. One of my greatest points of anxiety is the new CPR. So in the past, we've done CPR by ourselves. In this case, from now on, we will be doing CPR with a buddy. One person doing one part, the other person doing the other part. I've never done this in person, never seen someone do it in person. I've only seen a video, and the video wasn't very good. So I'm a little anxious about that, although I've got it all in my head. For me, the tricky part is remembering the first things I really have to say after making sure I have my PPE, my gloves on, is to call the captain, get the AED. For some reason, it almost slips my mind to say it, but it's very important, obviously. Otherwise, I don't get the AED. Blah, blah, blah. Can you tell I'm anxious? Oh my God, I'm anxious. But I should go in, get myself settled, get a good seat, make some small talk, get relaxed, and yeah, I'll see you next during a break or lunch or whatever, and I'll let you know how things are going. Oh my God. Hey guys, hi. So I'm trying to keep my voice low because I am in the training center. But so far, so good. I don't know why I let the silliest thing stress me out. We had to do our pre-flight of our doors, and then arming, disarming. We had to open the doors, you know, at a non my airline stop, if that makes any sense, and then close the door. And they're the simplest of things, but I was like freaking out over those. And then we had to do our emergency equipment boards, and I flew through those. Then we had to do CPR, and I did CPR with one of my classmates, and that was good. Flew through that. The one thing I had to retake was firefighting, where we basically just put out a fire on a screen. It's not very complicated, but I forgot to do one little teeny stupid little dumb thing. But I redid that. Done. And then the scary part, the part that makes me nervous every year, the part that makes me freak out every year, is our emergency evacuation drills. And for the first time in 6 years, I did not have to retake them. I did them all right the first time, and I was so excited. Oh my God. So now all we have to do is stay awake because we have a bunch of slide presentations to go through. And then I forget what else we we have to do a life raft kind of thing. And then what else? And then the test. Very anxious about the test, but so far, so good. I'm actually having a good time. So I will see you later. Maybe during lunch. Oh my God. It is so bright out here. Hey guys. Oh my God. Oh, just had lunch. I had some Mediterranean chicken that I bought. I didn't make it. And I had like 6 little cuties, those little tangerine things, just got out of the sun. And I'm having a little Celsius to try and get some energy before we fall into some mindless slide presentations. And then we have to do the life raft demo. And apparently next year we don't have to do it. It's every other year now. So we'll do it this year. Next year we won't have to do it. So we do the life raft thing. We have to play with Bob. We have to beat Bob up. Bob is a rubber silicone kind of man-shaped thing that we have to pretend to beat up as if he were a potential bad guy on the plane. What else do we do? More slide presentations. And then just when we are emotionally and physically exhausted, our final exam. So we get to do that. And our final is apparently, it's always a little tricky. Some airlines, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, some airlines are just like a lightweight refresher, or some are open book tests. I don't know. Tell me what your airline does. We are, this is a pretty serious test, so I'm not too worried, which means I probably should be worried. Blah, blah, blah. Let me drink this, and I will see you guys later. Okay, so far so good. We just beat the hell out of a rubber guy, learning a couple new moves and how to incapacitate someone who might be trying to pull some shady moves on the aircraft. Then we did a ditching. We were in the raft and set up the canopy and did all those things. And then we did a run-through exercise with preparing for a ditching. Which is a water evacuation. So we did a couple of exercises on that, and that was actually quite interesting. And I recognized something in the checklist I had never really seen before. So it's a really, really great thing that we were doing it. And what else? We practiced we have a new aircraft, or a configuration of an aircraft. It's an A320 with a gull wing evacuation overwing window exit that should be easier to operate. We did a whole bunch of stuff, and so next we have to wait about 15 minutes or so because we got finished a few minutes early to start our test. So I'm fully caffeinated. I am ready. I feel prepared. That's usually when I self-sabotage. So we'll see what happens. All right. I'll let you know in your time, just a moment or two. In my time, another hour of stress. All right, so you know when you're taking a test that's very important and weighs heavily on your career, that when you're answering questions, you read the question quickly because it looks simple, and you answer it spontaneously because you know the answer, or you think you do because you thought you read the question, but you didn't really read the question thoroughly, and your answer is wrong. That is a danger of taking tests. Well, I did that once. And I got another question wrong. But the trick is, the real kicker is, the second question I got wrong, I didn't get wrong. I can't really give you the question, but there was a partial truth, a partial answer. There was a complete answer, and then there was a totally wrong answer. I chose the complete correct answer, and the computer told me I was wrong. But I was right, because I know what I'm doing. And I brought that to the attention of both of my instructors. They took a photograph of said question, and they're going to send it to the powers that be that make up these tests and things. So hopefully they'll fix that question. But I would have been seriously pissed off. Seriously pissed off if that question had been like the last straw in me failing. But I got a 96. There were 50 questions. I got 2 wrong. The one that I did get wrong is because I just didn't read the question. I answered quickly, and it was, I was thinking based on a 320, and the question was really on a 319, and blah, blah, blah. But I got 2 questions wrong. But the rest of the questions really were, if you're part of my airline, if you work for my company, and you've been with us for a few years, if you take the test for recurrent, don't be shocked if you look at these questions and think, what the? I can't be answering these right because the questions are too easy. I'm not sure if the questions are too easy or if I just know my thing. Both could be true. Yeah, ta-da! I passed recurrent. That means I get to be a flight attendant for another year. I don't know why I was so stressed. I was more stressed this morning than I have ever been for recurrent. So I am super, super happy and relieved. I get to do my job for another year. I'm very excited. So, what now? I have to eat something. I had a little bit of chicken during lunch, and I've had a lot of caffeine. But I think it's time to have a little celebratory bite to eat. Then I have to go buy groceries because I have a trip tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning. My show time is 7:13 or 7:14 in the morning. So I have to go buy some groceries because I have no food in the house to pack with me. I have a moderately long Baltimore layover, and I have a long Tampa layover. So I need some food. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end this video here. It's a very short one, but I'm very, very pleased that it's not ending in tears, right? I know most of you are thinking, Stephen, you know your thing. You're not gonna fail. You were very positive, I'm sure, but I was anxious. I was very anxious this morning, and yay, it's probably been the easiest recurrent I've ever had. Look at me having been so afraid. So there you go. Thank you for joining me on this very celebratory day. I will see you again. You won't see me until after my next trip, but I will have already celebrated my birthday by the time the next video pops out, and I just keep on talking. I'm fully caffeinated. Let me see you. Talk to you later. Fly safe. Bye.